Good morning. Today we're going to take a break from coding and we're going to start talking about something that most of you will do when you're in high school. Most of you will have a job. You need to be aware of how an employer can treat you, the rules that apply to you, and how they should know the rules. However, if an employer doesn't know the rules, it does fall to you. When you go to look at your Google Classroom, you'll notice that you have this video and you have an assignment. These are your questions that you will be answering in this assignment. You will key in Google Chrome what you see at the top of this page, a guide for Indiana parents, teens, issuing officers, and employers. There are several questions here that I have asked in the guide for Indiana parents, teens, issuing officers. What you will come up with that I would like for you to complete. Make sure you do this in Google Docs. Number your answers. Use complete sentences to answer your question. Make sure they're punctuated, capitalized correctly, please. So, when you type is this site right here. Come on. There we go. And this is really a good book or a good booklet about what laws apply to young people. When you come down in here, you'll notice that you have a table of contents that you can take a look at as well and understand what you have to get a job. There's information here that you should be aware of because there are certain things a young person can and cannot do at work. At Western, we have an issuing officer, and this is the person that fills out your work permit. To get a job, you have to have a work permit from your school saying that yes, you can have a job and go to school. An employer should not hire you without this. So, at Western, you have to go to the high school office where the principal is, and they have an issuing officer there, period. If you decide to get a job between your 8th and 9th grade year, you will go to Western and get this permit. So there's a lot of good information in this booklet. I've got questions that I'm asking for information on, things I want you to know about work. So this is what I want you to look at. When you get this assignment done, I want you to submit it into Google Classroom. Again, make sure you do it in Google Docs. Number your answers, use full sentences, and then submit. There is a form that I would like to show you, and it is called the work permit. This is the intent to hire form that you must have on file if you are going to work while you're in high school. Even homeschooled students have to get this. So if we have someone in Western School District that is homeschooled, they have to come to Western, get this intent to hire form. Notice that it has your name and your address, how many hours per day you're going to work, what days of the week, how many days, how many hours per week. It has at the bottom here the signature of the employer, your signature, and your parent's signature, so everyone is aware of what must be done. If you take a look at the bottom of this intent to hire form that you get from the high school office, you will notice that they've got work requirements or restrictions. As a 14 or 15-year-old, notice that you can only work 3 hours per school day, 18 hours per school week, and 8 hours on a non-school day. That would be Saturday or Sunday. You can work up to 40 hours on a non-school week, but you cannot work before 7 or after 7. But during your summer break, you can work until 9. Notice that the the requirements or restrictions change for each year that you get older after you're 15. There are some prohibited jobs here at the bottom. At this point, if you go to the guide for parent issuing officers, teens, and employers, you should be able to answer the questions. But these are very important because the majority of you will have a job when you're in high school.